the difference between an enzyme-based product like Diamond Brite and a chlorine bleach-based product like Cascade. And we love to use enzymes for a couple reasons. One, they're natural, they're safer. But two, they're very specific in the job that they're supposed to do. And each enzyme is created for a different purpose. We use different enzymes in our laundry products than we do in our dish products. And there are 5 different enzymes in the Diamond Brite formula. The one I'm going to showcase today is the one that's specifically designed to go after starch soil, and starch particles on your plates, okay? Enzymes, think of them as Pac-Man. If you're familiar with that, they kind of look like Pac-Man, and that's kind of how they act. And they just kind of chomp, 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 and eat the food particles and soils away, all right? I'm going to compare that to a chlorine bleach product like Cascade. Now, chlorine bleach is what we call a masking cleaner. In other words, it's really not an effective cleaner at all. It's great at making things look clean. It's great at getting the color out of things so it looks sparkly. And it's a very effective disinfectant. It's a very dangerous disinfectant, but it's effective. But it is not an effective cleaner. And I'll show you how you can see the difference here. So what I've prepared here is a plate covered in starch. And we take potato, rice, and potato flakes, and we boil that up into a real mess. If you've ever overboiled a pot of potatoes under your stovetop, you know the kind of paste I'm talking about. So we spread that over the bottom of the plate, and we put the plate and we stick it in the microwave for about 45 seconds. And what it's doing during that time is just drying it out and really baking it onto the surface of the plate, okay? Then we take our Diamond Brite gel and we squeeze some of the Diamond Brite gel onto the plate in the shape of a D for Diamond Brite. Then we do the same thing with the Cascade for gel, except we squirt it on in the shape of a C for Cascade. And then we let both products sit on top of the starch for a couple of hours. And what's happening during that time is both products are trying to penetrate through the starch that's on the plate. The Diamond Brite enzymes go to work, chomp, 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 all the way down to the surface of the plate. And the Cascade with bleach, you'll see where the C is. It'll kind of make it crusty around the edges, but it has a real hard time actually penetrating the paste that we've put on there and physically removing it or lifting it off the surface of the plate. Now, so that you can see this, I'm going to use some iodine. Iodine, when it comes in contact with starch, will stain it purple, a very, very pretty purple color. Kind of feel like I do these little art projects here because every plate's a little different. And all I'm doing right now is just rolling the iodine over the surface of the plate where the starch is so that you can see it. And then I'm going to drain it off. And even before I drain it off, you're going to start to see a big difference between the amount of starch left behind by the Diamond Brite and the amount of starch left behind by the Cascade. Now it'll really become visible to you as I pour the water over it and just rinse the iodine off the surface here. Look how nice. I mean, it's very clear that the Diamond Brite goes all the way to the very bottom of the plate, or the surface of the plate, I should say. We'll get all that iodine off of it so that you can see it, okay? So very, very different effect between the Diamond Brite and the Cascade on the surface of the scum surface of the starch there. So the question then is, how come Cascade gets the dishes to look so nice, and a lot of people love to use Cascade? Well, what I've got here is a mixture of the Cascade gel with some water to dilute it. And all I'm going to do is squirt it on the surface of the plate. And you'll start to see a dramatic change where I'm applying this on the plate. In fact, what does it look like it's doing? It looks like it's kind of cleaning the plate. And I'll apply a liberal amount here. Okay, so it looks like it might have cleaned that little section of the plate. Now I'm going to take this water here and just rinse it off. Okay, and you can see where I applied that little bit. All it's really done is bleached the color that I applied with the iodine out of the starch again. The starch is still there, I just bleached the color out. How do I know that? Well, here. If I reapply the iodine to that same area, knowing what we already know about what iodine does to starch, which is stain it purple, it's right back there again, okay? Starch never went away, it was always there. We just couldn't see it when I bleached the iodine back out of it, okay? So that really, in a nutshell, is the difference between a masking cleaner like chlorine bleach and an enzyme cleaner like Diamond Brite. And then if the effectiveness story isn't enough to convince someone, the real issue is the safety issue, right? So when you take a product like like Cascade that has chlorine bleach and you put it in a dishwasher, you turn this into a chlorine gas machine. Every dishwasher has a vent, I promise yours does. And when you heat chlorine up and then suspend it in a vehicle like steam, which is all inside your dishwasher, those two mix and create chlorine gas. That chlorine gas then is ventilated out into your kitchen and into your home. How many of you have read the owner's manual for your dishwasher? Nobody? I'm just kidding. Hopefully you're all way too busy to be reading such things. But if you were, you would find that they give you a couple different recommendations. They'll either say that you need to have a well-ventilated room when you're running your dishwasher, or it'll say to physically move away from the room or the area when you're running the dishwasher. Why is that? Because they know that it has the potential to be ventilating poisonous gases out into your home. You'll also note this. You can ventilate your dryer to the outside of the home. You can ventilate your oven hood to the outside of the home. You can ventilate your cold air return to the outside of the home. But it is illegal in most states to ventilate a dishwasher to the outside of the home, which is why they all ventilate to the inside of the home. Apparently they don't care if you're pumping the gases inside, they just don't want you pumping those gases to the outside. So very important that you focus on the safety concerns with chlorine bleach, and then the solution, which is a more effective and much safer solution, which is enzymes in the Diamond Brite. Okay? Any questions?